Hello students, today we will study class 7th history, chapter number 7, tribes, nomads and the settled communities. In previous topic we have discussed about the Gonds. Under Gonds we have discussed about Garh, Chaurasi, Khel and Barhats. Today we will discuss about the Ahams. The Ahams. So the Ahams migrated to Brahmaputra Valley from present-day Myanmar in 13th century, and they created a new state by suppressing the older political system. Uh, it that that was the system of Bhunyas. Bhunyas. So especially Bhunyas were landlords. Landlords. During the 16th century, they annexed the kingdom of Chutias. And also Koch Hazo. So all these tribes were subjugated by Bhunyas, means landlords, and the Ahams built a large state, and they used firearms as the early age in 1530s. By the 1660s, they could even make the high quality gunpowder and cannons. So their warfare system became very good, and now the fights in fights gunpowder and cannons uh, started using there. So the Ahams faced in many invasions from the southwest, and in 1662 the Mughals under Mir Jumla attacked the Aham kingdom, and despite the brave defense, the Ahams were defeated, but direct Mughal control over the region could not last long. So always remember that Mir Jumla. Mir Jumla was the person from the Mughal side, and Ahams were defending themselves. So in that war, Mughal control was there because Mughal authority, or you can say Mughal army, was bigger, and so that they were unable to save their kingdom. The Aham state depended upon forced labor. So those forced to work for the state were called pigs. So the person who were forced to work for the state, they were called pigs. So a census of the population was taken there. Each village had to send their pigs in a changed order, means one by one. So especially after that defeat, they caught in the forced labor, and from each village the pigs, means these forced laborers, were sent to work in the state. So you can say by force they were going there, and they were working there. So in this way migration started there. So wherever maximum number of pigs were living there, so they migrated in the less population, means wherever the larger population was there, so from that larger side they started migrating to the lower population areas. So that was the reason the Aham clan was totally destroyed, and it was broken up. And by the first half of the 17th century, the administration became quite centralized, and almost all adult males served in the army during the war. So at the other time, they were engaged in building dams, irrigation system, and other public works. And the Ahams also introduced new methods of rice cultivation. So that became very popular there, and Aham society was divided into clans or khels. So their society was divided into clans, or it was called khels. So there were very few castes of artisans, and so artisans in the Ahom areas came in the adjoining kingdoms. So Akhil often controlled several villages, and the peasant was given land by his village community. Even the king could not take it away without the community's consent. So it was the powerful rule of community that without community's consent, the king was not able to take that land from the farmer. And originally the Aham worshipped their own tribal gods, means they had their own gods and they were worshipping them during the first of the half of the 17th century. The influence of Brahmanas were increased there, and temples and Brahmanas were granted land by the king. So in the reign of Shiv Singh, so Shiv Singh was the ruler. Okay, he was the ruler from 1714 to 44. So in the reign of Shiv Singh, Hinduism became a predominant religion, but the Ahom kings did not completely give up their traditional beliefs after adopting Hinduism. So it means that Hinduism was very popular there, but they did not leave that their own traditions completely there. Means it was also continued there. And Ahom society was very sophisticated. Means it was very arranged there. Poets and scholars were given grant lands there. Theatre was encouraged there, and important works of Sanskrit were translated into the local languages. Historical works known as Buranjis were also written. So all the historical works were called Buranjis. Means means wherever the books in the history which was written there, that was called Buranjis. So historical works were called Buranjis there, and it was written first in the Ahom language and then in Assamese. So now your chapter is over, and I will give you question answer. Thank you.